At this time, I'm going to take a few moments and deliver my annual President's Report. And it's become a great privilege for me to deliver this report every year to the membership of this organization. Over the last few years, I've been able to capture some of the highest points in our history as an organization, discuss the resilience of Yadkin County farmers, and look for better days for the overall agriculture industry. Tonight, as I prepared for my 2020 report, my thoughts turned to each and every citizen across the country and here in Yadkin County as we have all faced the COVID-19 pandemic. We've all had to face it in different ways. Our farmers and most agribusiness professionals have not missed a beat in our work days and have continued the work of keeping everyone fed. Nurses, doctors, first responders, and other medical professionals have carried on the work of treating patients, some who have had the virus, and reporting to duty when needed. Some have hunkered down for their own safety and the safety of those that they love. It is safe to say that we have all been affected in some form or fashion by the pandemic, and we have all had to respond in different ways. While 2020 has presented its share of challenges, Yadkin County Farm Bureau has not wavered and most certainly not stepped away from our commitment to our community, our members, and this county's farmers and the agriculture industry. As an organization, we have continued to be engaged and worked even harder to keep our members informed. As the early days of the pandemic set in, farmers had some very real concerns about market conditions and availability of markets, a labor force for the planting season that was already here, and just an overall worry for how the business would operate under government-mandated stay-at-home orders. The Yadkin County Farm Bureau did what we do best. We were able to assemble a group of farmers who were concerned and had fears and set up a Zoom call with local, state, and national elected officials and their staff so that the voice of agriculture could continue to be heard even during a pandemic. Throughout this crazy time, we have maintained an open line of communication with Representative Virginia Fox and Congressman McHenry, State Senator Vicki Sawyer, and Representative Lee Zachary, and we have continued to tell the story of Yadkin County agriculture, and they have continued to keep us up to date on events as they see them. Thank you to those who are elected to serve that continue to keep the well-being of our farms and farmers in the forefront of your mind as you do your jobs in the halls of government. As I reported last year, we broke ground on a new building here in Yadkinville. Tonight, I'm proud to report that the building is complete and is being utilized to serve our membership. It's where we're conducting this year's annual meeting and where I'm speaking to you now from. I'm also pleased to report that this 6,500 square foot facility was completed ahead of schedule and under budget. I cannot begin to thank the team at Omega Construction, Barry Hennings, Matt Perdue, and Chase Brewster for the fantastic job they did on the construction of this project and the wonderful team of subcontractors that they assembled for the build. The team from Alliance Architecture, the Triad, formerly Thomas H. Hughes Architecture, consisting of Tom Hughes, Andrew Lapina, and Gene Krause, have been equally as impressive to work with and designed an absolutely stunning building. Last and certainly not least, a big thank you to Mark Moran and his team, now with First Horizon, for stepping in and helping us in putting the financial pieces of the puzzle together to make this building a reality that will be here and serve the Farm Bureau membership for many years to come. If you see a member of the building committee, I would encourage you to thank them for their time and their commitment to this project. This project took countless hours from committee members for interviews to color selections and everything in between. Members of the committee consisted of Renee Moxley, Joanne White, Shelby Shore, Van Hemrick, and Wayne Smitherman. And I also want to thank Charles Suits, the Yadkinville agency manager, Lisa Spear, our county liaison, and Callie Carson with North Carolina Farm Bureau for the incredible support that each of you offered to me and the committee throughout the building project. The pandemic has affected everything that we do as Farm Bureau and as Farm Bureau Insurance. Agents have worked out of the offices and have had to find different ways to maintain and build relationships with you, our Farm Bureau members. Associate agents and customer service representatives work 50% their normal time. And I'm here to tell you, their workload was not reduced by 50%. If anything, it picked up and increased. Through all of this, as true professionals in the industry, tried and true commitment and dedication to the Farm Bureau membership, they all pushed through and continued to be here and fulfill the insurance company's motto of helping you is what we do best. Agents, associate agents, and customer service reps have truly lived up to that promise in 2020, and I want to recognize this group of distinguished professionals. In our Jonesville office, Manager Greg Sidden, Agents Jim Dahl and Mitchell Hodges, Associate Agents Kelly Collins and Cicely Higgins, and CSRs Audrey Wall and Karen Hutchins. Here in Yadkinville, Manager Charles Suits, Agents Johnny Gross, Shane Whitaker, Jake Ellison, Doug McCraw, Brandon Coates, and Jesse Miles, Associate Agents Cynthia Cheek and Sheila Boyd, and CSRs Gene Hutchins, Bettina Miller, Trudy Hart, Cindy Hobson, and Lisa Spear. Also at this time, I want to recognize the current members of your board of directors for the work they have done on behalf of the insurance company, our members, and Yadkin County farmers and agriculture. They have continued to maintain as much programming as possible, remained engaged, and have worked to meet the needs of the employees and our members to ensure the safety of everyone as you have had to visit one of our offices. Our board of directors are Vice President Brent Hunter, Secretary Treasurer Jeff Smith, Jesse Brown, Marty Castevens, Peter Fleming, Van Hemrick, Bud Matthews, Kevin Matthews, Shelby Shore, Lewis Shore, Wayne Smitherman, Adam Pilcher, and Joanne White. While our normal programming ground to a halt in March, including our Legislative Appreciation Dinner in July and this annual meeting, other important activities continued. I've already highlighted our legislative efforts in this building. Beyond that, we continued to award scholarships, support FFA and 4-H where it was possible, develop important agriculture policy, and continued to build and strengthen relationships across our community. The Women's Committee works each year to thank a few teachers in the school system. This year they quickly realized the need for a new approach, and a thank you to all the teachers in Yadkin County schools was clearly in order. They reached out to the Yadkin County's FFA advisors and 4-H leaders asking for videos of the students saying thank you to their teachers. The finished product was a heartwarming and sincere video of thanks and gratitude from students to their teachers. Comments poured in from the teachers and school leaders thanking the members of the Women's Committee for their efforts, and you can view the video on our YouTube channel. As I wrap up this year's President's Report, it seems a little light. And as I close, and as we're here in person and watching our first live stream of our annual meeting on Facebook Live, I can assure you that as the county agriculture organization, we are well positioned for our future. And I know that the future for Yadkin County Farm Bureau and Yadkin County agriculture is bright. And if you're joining us for the first time by watching on Facebook, hopefully you'll be able to join us next year when we gather for our fellowship meal and in-person annual meeting the first Monday night in November. So thank you to all our staff and all our board members for a great year.